Hello, my name is Beatrice Danladi. Thank you for stopping by at my channel. I really appreciate your support and I'm glad you're here. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic, as you can see on the title already. I'm talking about perverts today. Yes, so I'll share a story about an experience or two, maybe one or two experiences that I've had with perverts and how I dealt with it. And then I will give a few tips of how I think we can deal with perverts. Now, the sad thing about this topic is the fact that these perverts are everywhere. I'm sure as I'll be describing or talking about the story, somebody will pop in your head, like somebody, a pervert will definitely pop in your head, because I believe we've all faced perverts in one way or the other. Now, whether you are a guy or a girl, I'm sure this applies to you, because perverts are everywhere. And it's not, most people, when you hear perverts, you think of a girl, but then it's not only girls that experience issues from perverts. Even guys are being abused these days, or harassed. So I'll just get right into the story. So a few of you may know and some may not know. Well, I studied in India. I think my formative years were in India, because I went to India at the age of 17 and I came back at 23. So it's like my major growing up happened in India. So there was this time, yeah, let me just get right into the story. There was this time I was coming back from church. While I was in India, I was volunteering at my church as a Sunday school teacher. So there was this time we had program in church for the kids, and because of the program we had rehearsals and meetings, and it ran late. So I think I left the church past 10 p.m. and I was coming back. So the thing is, there are buses like even at night. So I just boarded a bus from the church, and when I got to my bus stand, now the distance from my bus stand to my house is quite much. It's not very much, but it's quite much. So I was going to walk from the bus stand to my house. So I was walking. Okay, the thing is, I'm not really scared of the dark per se. Like, I can walk at night. I'm not really bothered. Somehow I even enjoy going out at night, like maybe long drives or something. So yeah, back to the story. So I was walking from the bus stand to my house. So as I was walking, okay, one thing is I observe my environment a lot. So as I was walking, I started I feeling like somebody was following me, okay? So I noticed it, and in my head I was just calculating, okay, if this person is actually following me, what am I going to do? Because you can't just conclude. And then the person was on a bike, but then, if he's on a bike, he's supposed to drive past me, of course, but then he was behind me coming slowly, and I just became very suspicious. And yes, my antennas went up. I was already thinking of strategies of how to defend myself in case of anything. So I was just walking. This man followed me like it was a long distance that he followed me. Okay, there's like a straight road and then there's a turn to my street. So on that street, he followed me all through that straight road. He didn't say anything, okay, because the place was lit up. Like, okay, there were shops. I think a few shops were still opened, and then yeah, I think street light and all that. So he didn't do anything or say anything. I was just walking and I kind of paced up. I was walking faster. So when I turned on my street, this man turned as well. And then he started saying hello, hello, because my street was kind of isolated. So he started saying hello. I didn't respond. I was just walking fast because I could see my house in front. So my goal was just walk as fast as you can and get into your house. So I was just going. And then when I didn't respond, he drove ahead of me, and he parked like right in front of me. And he was talking to me. I didn't say anything. I was just going. Then he came down from his bike. I was scared. At this point, I was just looking. When I looked at my left, like it was bare land. They had not constructed any apartments there on that particular side. And people were already in their houses. So I didn't even know. I was just thinking. I was scared and I was being calculative and everything. So he came down from the bike and then he started walking towards me. The shocking part, but it's not just the fact that he was walking towards me. This man actually removed his private parts and was like holding it and walking towards me. I was scared. I started shaking. So my phone was in my hand. So I started trying to call my housemate's number. I was trying to call them on the phone. I was trying to call, when you're fidgeting and all that. I called the first person. This whole thing was just happening fast. I called the first person. He was not picking up. So I cut the call immediately. I started calling another person. I was just trying to call different people. And then I kept walking. I was telling the man to leave me alone. I was walking. The man was following me. Then he got on his bike again, started driving ahead. And then we got to one point. So there's this security man. See, it's good to be good. I always greet him when I'm passing. What if I was rude to that security man? Like, maybe he would have just ignored me. Of course, you're an African girl. I don't care about you or something. But yeah, I just saw the security man. Then I greeted. So when the pervert saw the security man coming out, he immediately got on his bike and sped off. And that was when my housemates came down. And then I was telling them what happened. And they're like, that they would have met him, they would have dealt with him, and all that. So that was how I escaped that pervert. Now, I want to talk about this thing because I know that it's happening a lot. And the sad part is little children are victims of perverts as well. There are some people that are so, I don't know, I really don't know what to describe them with. But yeah, I'm talking about pedophiles who choose to be perverts to little children. And we have to be very vigilant with our society, because many people tend to shut kids up. Like, we're not in a generation where we should shut kids up. If a kid is complaining about an adult, then you should look into it, because children don't just sit down and start hating on someone. So look into it, be open. I believe parents should be open to listen to their children. Like, don't be too quick to judge them or too quick to shut them up. Let them speak up, because we've heard so many stories of how perverts have abused kids and rendered them traumatized for the rest of their life. Some of these children grow up to be something else because of these experiences. So, and as adults as well, we face perverts. Sometimes you're walking on the street, this person doesn't know you, he doesn't know your story, nothing, and then he just looks at you and passes a comment that is just so degrading. These things happen a lot. And then I remember one story. There was a time I and my friends, a group of friends, we traveled somewhere. I think it was still in India. So there was this mountain climbing activity that we went for. It was in the evening. It was just, we're at a friend's house. So her house is close to mountains and all that. So we said to climb up the mountain in the evening just to exercise and calm down. Just to have fun. So on our way up, we met some perverts, like a group of men. Like, these people, they just, the thing about perverts is there's this sense of power that they feel, and they feel like they are entitled to you somehow. I don't know. And it's just so sad that people do these things. Like, as much as this is bad and we don't want to admit the truth is they are everywhere. Some of them are in our workplaces, dressed in suit and ties. They just say, there was one day, there was this man, this one just happened recently. There was this man, he just saw me, I just greeted him. Sometimes one thing that perverts will make you do is they will make you want to start disrespecting them, because it's like they don't even deserve your respect. So I just greeted this man. He saw me and then he was like, "Oh, it's been a while I saw you." I was like, "Yes, sir." And he was like, that you've added in the right places. So like, why would you see somebody and the first thing that comes to your mind is to talk about their body or to suggest, I don't know, you all get my point. Like, perverts are very, I really don't know what to use to qualify them. But yeah, how to deal with them. I think number one thing is try to avoid being in a place where perverts are. That's number one. I know that 100% we cannot avoid being where perverts are because they are everywhere. But as much as you can, don't put yourself in a position where you get to meet perverts. And then number two, most times ignore them when they try to, especially when they are being just verbal. If they are using verbal words, just ignore them. Don't respond to them, because if you respond to them, it's like bringing yourself down to their level. And then number three, I think, is try to find a way out. Even the Bible says that he will make a way of escape for us. Yes, always try to be, sensitive and alert to find that way of escape that God has created for you in that situation. To run, if it means running away, run. See, I don't mind the way I was that night. From the story that I told you, the way I was pacing up, I was ready to start running if it meant like to do that and all that. And then you have to be smart as well. Yeah, in dealing with perverts, you have to be very smart, because most of them are like what's that word? Psychopaths. Yes, you can liken perverts, like chronic perverts, you can liken them to psychopaths. So they are actually very wise and calculative, and they know how to deal with people. Basically, what I'm saying, yeah, let's be very careful, you know, be at alert, and don't fall victim of perverts. And let's guide our children properly. Let's watch over them. Let's not allow these young ones to experience things that will scar them or mar them for life. And yeah, that's my 2 cents. Let's be careful out there and report perverts. Yes, that's another very important thing. Report perverts, because if you don't report them or confront them, they will keep doing it over and over again. I think if you can't report them, you confront them. Maybe not, most times not alone. Okay, you can do it alone. It's really, you just have to be wise depending on the situation. You report them, you confront them. Don't keep quiet about it. And yeah, it was, kind of deter them when they know that, okay, your game is up. Like, I know what you're doing and you should stop it. Call them out. So that's it about it. So let's be careful out there, be safe out there. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye. Hello. Thank you for stopping.